Hello, my convicts and convicettes. Yes, it is I, the Convict, and yes, we're going to finally do it. We're going to finally give you my best Nacon settings, or what I feel is the best Nacon setting at the moment, for Warzone. Now, I've struggled very, very hard to try and find a good setting, because obviously, depending on the factors of what happens during fights and everything, it's been a hell of a struggle to get it. And then going through to the trials or using sort of like the practice modes that you can do down at the bottom here, it's been absolutely horrendous because the bots are useless. They're just there to give you an idea of what you're supposed to be doing, not really challenging you in any way or shape or form. So being going against bots on the multiplayer side, but putting them on veteran and then going against 6 veteran bots and kind of trying to figure out, and I put the health to about 200, but I think it's 250 for the full thing. If we've got 3 plates of armor, I think that's 250 health. I think it is. But I put them down to 200 because I think it's 50 per plate, I think. If that works out right, that'd be 150 and then plus 100 health. You get the math. So that's what I've been doing. So I've gone through, I've finally found a setting I feel is worthy of me telling you about, because like I've said before, I don't just throw settings out there and just give you random numbers. I like to playtest and playtest and playtest and playtest just to make sure that they're as accurate as possible. And now I've had quite a few people asking as well. Anyway, let me shut up and let me get it on and let me go through it with you. So first of all, let me go through the options just to show you what I'm using here in terms of the in-game options, and then obviously you can follow along with these if you wish, or you can choose your own, completely up to you. Also, like I said, with my Nacon settings, always take them as a guideline, never as an actual setting for yourself, because we all play differently, we all have different styles of sensitivity, or we all have different sort of ways that we sort of play, and yeah, you get it. But I will upload another video after this, so I'll do this separate, and I'll upload a video of me using this setting in game, and you'll see what it's like. Anyway, so here we go. So as you can see, default for both disabled. Now horizontal, I put it to 7. I want this because I need to start turning around quicker, especially when you're going against PC players. PC players can turn so fast on a dime, it's literally untrue. You know, and I've been disabling crossplay. If you look at the bottom right, you can see it says crossplay is disabled. But if you ever do want to go into lobbies with PC players, then obviously you need to be able to turn fast. So that's why I kind of push myself to try and put my sensitivity up rather than just have it really, really slow and methodical for console. Obviously, I needed it to be higher just in case people want to play against PC players and have the option of going crossplay. So 5 for vertical, I just feel like this is good enough to slow down. Basically, what I've said this before, if you go northeast or southeast or northeast or southeast sort of thing, any sort of like diagonal motion off to the corners. Excuse me while I cough. Then you want it to be slowing down, because the vertical, what that will do, if you go into any diagonal sort of moving, such as you're moving diagonal to a head glitch, you will slow down a little bit because you're moving northeast. You're not actually going north or east, you're going diagonally off, you know what I mean? And it slows down your aim. Anyway, so the ADS, I put 0.66. Reason for this is I've been kind of playtesting with the idea of the aim assist in the game. Now, you get standard, you get precision, you get focusing. Standard, I feel like, is the best one to kind of have in a moment. It's kind of like a slowdown before you get to the character. A bit like Fortnite, where you've got that invisible box around your character, and as it hits that box, it starts to slow down at that point, rather than actually on dead center of the person, which is what precision and what focusing does. And it's more like a sticky aim, where it sticks for a moment and then pulls off, sort of thing. With standard, obviously, like I said, it's more like the Fortnite style. It slows down before you get to them, and then you've just got to try and keep it in. It doesn't stick to them at any point in the middle. It just moves a bit slower around and speeds back up. So I've been trying it out. I found that 0.66 is a nice one where I was able to keep on target really, really easy, because obviously it's more about being precise than it is about the speed. And yeah, so for the ADS, for the high multiplier or the high zoom, I've left it at 85. To be honest, I don't use sniper rifles. I barely use optics beyond a 3.25, or try to obviously not pick up guns that go beyond, sorry, a 3.25 higher or more. I try to obviously just stick to the normal guns that I feel like I can comfortably use if I can. So the aim response curve is standard. This basically is a normal standard Call of Duty curve that everyone's used to. There's also the idea of this as well, which has been said by Exclusive Ace in the past as well, who's mentioned about both these aim assist and aim response curve. Standard is probably the best one to have. I know a lot of people are using the dynamic one, but what basically the standard does is it gives you that little bit of rotation assist. The others don't seem to give you this. Linear and dynamic don't give you that kind of rotation assist, which basically what it means, if you're strafing a character, it will slightly arc towards and keep you facing that character for a little bit. And it just does it briefly. On standard, on linear and dynamic, you don't get it at all. Obviously, controller vibration, I turn it off because obviously it causes more harm than good, because you make your hands move and might make you aim pull off. Again, like I said, standard, because it helps, because it slows down as you're getting towards the target rather than sticky aim on the target, which is what precision and focusing does. Double tap to ADS. I don't generally use this too much, but double tap to ADS feels better for me. Being able to mount and exit while I move is something I've always liked as well, because sometimes if you get stuck, you get some really weird angles when you put your arm against something, when you mount onto something. Sometimes you get some really funny angles and you just can't turn enough to kill them. So I like to obviously have the ability to pull away if I need to. Aim down sight behavior, hold, obviously equipment, hold, contextual tap for Warzone. I like to tap for everything. And obviously the only thing then I need to make sure is hold for reload if I'm over objects. If you're not, you can just tap it. Depleted ammo weapon switch. Now I've got it enabled, but to be honest, I always reload before then. Tap to slide. I just feel tap is better. Auto move disabled. Sprint automatic disabled, because obviously if you're sprinting, you're making more sound. Vehicle camera recenter, parachute auto deploy enabled, even though you do want to be aware, or sometimes it won't do it. And you want to be aware you might just face plant. So always make sure you pull your chute open yourself. Everything else is just bog standard. I'm not going to go through it all. The only thing I would suggest is obviously have square for minimap, because it shows you more of the map, as you can see from the demonstrations on the right there. So one quick other thing, I use boost high. I have my master volume down to 50. I have 25 for dialogue volume. My effects audio, so any in-game effects, I like it to obviously be as high as possible so I can hear everything. Now, I want to probably experiment with master volume, because at 15, it makes everything else really, really quiet, like going into menus and stuff. But obviously keeping the in-game volume at a decent level. I don't know if it's quieter or it seemed quieter, but we'll have to find out, because I know chests hum quieter with it. But I think it does help for you to hear footsteps better. But I will double check into that at the moment, but I've got it, as you can see, there at 50%. And that's it, really. So let's go into the Nacon settings. So like I said, I've got Nacon version 1 and in red mode. So the setting I put on here, which I wrote down in this book, hopefully I can find it now. I've written it down because, no matter, look, I've lost it in my book somewhere. Where have I put it? I just writ it on any page I could get my hands on. Did I put it in this one or is it this one? I'm forgetting which one I put it in. There we go. Right. Excuse me. So, when you get a Nacon set up and you go into the Nacon application for the right thumbstick only, because I don't have any other version of the Nacon, so I will apologize for anyone who's got an unlimited or version 2 of the Nacon. I don't have that. I only have version 1. And it only has access on version 1 to the right thumbstick. So for the right thumbstick, you want the small to be on 20, you want the medium to be on 45, and you want the large to be on 35. So that's 20 small, 45 medium, 35 large. Again, 20, 45, 35. Radius of 0, and your slider on the right joystick set to low. Always keep it on low because low is the better one rather than high. You can try it on high if you want to, but I always suggest keep it on low because I felt that when they first brought out the Nacon and high was the only option, it was really, really awkward to control. So again, 20, 45, 35. I will write these down in the description below, and radius of 0. And there you go. So just quickly go back in just to show you the controller again. So 7 and 5, 0.66, 0.85, but obviously, like I said, don't take that, and standard and standard. And there you go. That's it. That's all you need to know. If you have any issues, let me know in the comments below. I'll write these down in the description as well. If I don't forget, I shouldn't forget, but if I do, just shout at me and say, "Oi," write them down. And we have it. Hopefully it's not been too long. If you've enjoyed this, if this does actually help you, please can you help me out by subscribing, liking, and hitting that notification bell so you can be notified of my videos, and help me by obviously enduring the ads and obviously liking videos and joining in. So hopefully we can make this channel much, much bigger, and I can do much, much more with Nacon, with other products, unboxings, all that cool stuff, all the, awesome stuff in the future. And like I said, I've got a video I've recorded with this as well, which will go live with this as well, either before or after it, whichever one comes first. And there you go. So hopefully enjoyed. Like I said, subscribe, like, and you know who it is. It is I, the Kappa Convict, signing out. And as always, I salute you, my convicts and convicts. I can't speak now. And yeah, I'm about to sign out. So bye for now.